Guys, do you see anything? It should be showing right now.
No. It says live. Yes.
Hi guys, we're here. We've had a few technical difficulties, so sorry that we're a couple minutes late to start our chat. And as you hear, we have dogs in the office with us. I am here at the Freshpet headquarters in Secaucus, New Jersey, which is obviously a pet-friendly place, as you hear with the puppy dogs in the background. So I am excited that I get to hang out with all of you, though. So to start off, I wanted to see if any of you guys have watched the Freshpet holiday video yet called Santa's Elves. It is absolutely hilarious. The team here at Freshpet brought back their Pets with Human Hands video from last year to recreate Santa's workshop this time. And there's an awesome cameo appearance in there from the head elf, which is hilarious. And there are a few other characters that you'll just have to see for yourself if you haven't watched it. So if you haven't checked it out yet, make sure that you watch the video after this, not right now, after this, on the Freshpet YouTube page. And you can definitely subscribe there as well. They've got some hilarious stuff. So for every video share, so this is why I really want you to watch this, for every video share of the Santa's Elves video, Freshpet will be donating one meal to a pet in need, which is awesome. So all you have to do is share it, get people to watch it, get your friends to share it, and Freshpet will be making a big donation, hopefully after the holiday season. So right now what we're going to do is get started with some pet trivia. So we thought that this would be a really fun way to spend the afternoon and to give away some cool prizes. I will be asking everyone some trivia questions, and whoever answers correctly will win a prize. And let me see, I'm going to ask our crew here. I've got a live studio audience with me. The Freshpet folks are here. Yay! So I think if one person ends up answering the questions, multiple questions correctly, right?
Yes.
Then they have the chance to win a big prize, and we'll tell you how to claim those prizes after this. By the way, I don't even think I've properly introduced myself. I'm Dr. Katy Nelson. How are you all? I'm a veterinarian. I host the Pet Show with Dr. Katy in Washington, D.C. You can find us online if you're outside of that area. But I have been working with Freshpet for a couple of years now because I am a huge believer in their awesome, awesome foods. And so are my dogs because, believe me, every morning and every evening at 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. sharp, they tell me that it is time for their Freshpet by going and sitting by the refrigerator and basically saying, come on, lady, let's get it on. So, all right, that's me. Let's get started with our trivia. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I am going to ask the question. You are going to give me your answer. I'm not 100% sure that I'll see it, but what I'm going to count on is my Freshpet team here is going to tell me that we have the right answer. Good deal?
Yes.
Okay, so trivia question number 1. How many teeth do dogs have? How many teeth do dogs have? Do we have our answer?
We have a couple people wondering if they can answer it right there, so we'll just wait till somebody can.
All right. We have some people that are trying to answer. Yes, all dogs do have the same number of teeth. No matter how big their head is, they do have the same number of teeth.
Which is a fun fact.
Yes, yes. So the Rottweiler and the little teeny tiny little Maltese all have the same number of teeth. Some of them are just arranged differently than others. My little Eddie Underbite has quite the underbite, as his name implies. And no, I will not be doing my Eddie Underbite impersonation for you all. All right, we are working on our, there we go. Oh, Tim, he's got it. Tim Fitz Tim.
Woohoo!
You have it. You have it. All right. Fitz Tim, 42. The answer is 42. That is correct. All right. So, next question. According to the AKC, what were the most popular boy and girl names for dogs in 2015? According to the AKC, what were the most popular boy and girl dogs in 2015. Robbie White, you got it correct too, but you were late. Sorry, man. All right. Most popular boy and girl names for dogs in 2015. I think the boy name has been that name for many, many years. And the girl name has become really popular since a certain vampire movie came out a few years ago with teenagers in it, and the main character of that, that one has definitely upped in popularity.
Thank God.
Yeah. And I have to say, my daughter is in preschool, and there are actually a couple of them in there as well. All right, so most popular boy and girl names for dogs in 2015. Let's see if we have anybody that's going to get this one correct. Oh, Robbie White, you got the female name, but not the male name. You want to try one more time? Oh, somebody else got the boy name, but not the girl name. Come on, guys. Combine them. Oh, Katie Amos got the girl name, not the boy name. There we go. P.S. Jingle. There you go. You got it. Max and Bella. Those are the correct ones. All right. P.S. Jingle. That's your call sign. You are our winner for that one. All right. We are going to move on to our next one. Most kittens, we're moving on to the kitty questions now. Most kittens are born with what color eyes? What color eyes are most kittens born with? Not that many guesses here, but nope. There's a one from the family there whose name I'm not even going to try to say. The J family. Come on, you guys. There's only a few choices here, so.
Dr. Dean, there's a couple seconds lag, so we'll give people time to.
All righty. All right. What color eyes? Nope. Sandra? Nope. Yes, P.S. Jingle, you got it again. All right, that's 2 for P.S. Jingle. All right, blue eyes, that is correct. They begin to change, the color begins to change as they age. And kittens are really cool. They can actually be born one color and turn another color, like their coats as well. We had a white kitten at one point that turned out to be a gray tabby at my practice, so it definitely changes. All right, so here we go. Next one. Katy Tyson, no, they're not red. All right, so through what part of the body do dogs sweat? Can dogs sweat? And if they can, through what part of their body can they sweat?
I actually didn't know they could sweat at all.
Yeah.
I was under that impression.
No, they can. Kitties and puppies can both sweat from one certain area. And if you think about it, with the cat walking, I basically just gave it away, walking across the car. Sorry about that.
You still got it.
Yeah, somebody write in with that answer because I just gave it away to all of you. So sorry about that. That's okay. I'm making it easy for you. Win a prize. Come on. But yeah, it is interesting because like I said, most people do think that they can't sweat at all. And that's because, yes, Robbie White, pause, you got it.
Woohoo!
Robbie White is our winner there. So yeah, they can't sweat from any other part of their body. That's why they pant. That's why it's so important for dogs to be able to pant. And if these little short-faced dogs, you think about pugs or puggles or boxers, these little dogs like that, the way that they're able to dispel heat through their body is through their respiratory tract. So the dogs with the big long noses pant more efficiently than the dogs with the little short noses. So think about your Labradors and your German Shepherds. They can actually dispel their body heat a lot better than the little puggles or somebody like that. So those little dogs with those smushed faces can actually overheat. So, oh my. Katy Tyson, she's keeping us entertained here. Her dog sweats out of his tongue. That's called drool, darling. That's called drool. All right, so Robbie White was our winner for that one. We are going to move along to the next one. Since we're already talking about tongues.
Wait, we have to go back to this other Katy response.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's hilarious. Is that why their feet tend to smell like corn chips? That is an awesome question. I have had so many people say that. And I have to say, one of my dogs is definitely smell like corn chips. I don't know the answer to that question, but you're totally right. They absolutely do. I guess it's better for them to smell like corn chips than, the other alternatives that they could smell like. So, but Katie Amos, that is a really, really great question. I don't know the answer to it, but it's an awesome question. All right, so we were talking about the tongue, right? The dog's tongue. So which breed of dog has a black tongue? So that's your next question. Which breed of dog has a black tongue? And this is not one of our trivia questions, but it's just one that I thought was pretty cool. There were, I believe, 6 new breeds allowed into the AKC this year. I don't know if any of you guys actually saw that on the latest dog show that they did. There were really, really, really some cool dogs in there, and one of them was a really, really old breed of dog from Spain, or no, Italy, something Spaniolo or something like that. Anyway, there were some really, really cool dogs on there while we're waiting for our answers. But the question is, which dog breed has a black tongue? Yes, Lori, that is correct. The Chow Chow. Lori Koch, Lori, you are our winner. Chow Dog, that is correct. And yep, Fitz, you're just a little bit late. But yes, Lori Koch was our first win that we got. So the Chow Chow is correct. And that is a very, very old breed of dog from China. And a lot of people say that, their dog is a Chow mix just simply because they have a spot on their tongue. Some purebred Labradors can even have spots on their tongues and gums. So it's not necessarily that they're a mix. But the Chow Dog definitely has the jet black tongue. Some of them, they even look purple. So, all right, what is the most popular pet in the United States? That's your question now. What is the most popular pet in the United States? Is it a dog? Is it a cat? Is it a bird? Is it a turtle? What is it? What is the most popular pet in the United States? And it's not a husband, no. Those are sometimes unpopular, actually. It's not a husband. It's not a trophy wife. It's just the 4-leggers. That's what we're looking for. Most popular pet in the United States. Okay. And here's a little interesting fact about that most popular pet without giving it away. Oh, Laurie, no. Good guess. But no, it's not fish. P.S. Jingle, our winner again, cat. That's correct. P.S. Jingle, cat. Is that your second, your third winner? I'm not sure. You're going to have to get a big prize. So the answer is yes, it is cats. There are about 88 million pet cats in the United States and 74 million dogs. So cats definitely outnumber. And one interesting fact that I read a couple years ago, whether this is still true or not, I'm not sure, but about 70% of cats that are in a home are actually found cats rather than purchased or adopted. Like the cat came up to your house and you ended up keeping the cat. So there was kind of an interesting fact about that. But all right, so we are going to move on. Cats, we're sticking with our cat theme. Hi, taking pictures over the computer. How many different sounds can a cat make? That's a new one. How many different sounds can a cat make? Here's a little hint for you. Dogs can make about 10 different types of sound. So what about cats? How many different sounds can cats make? And we will go with a roundabout answer here. You don't have to get an exact answer, but something close. And, oh, P.S. Jingle, winner. All right, so I know that we all love the little sounds that they make, except for when they come to you at 3 in the morning and they're patting you on the face waiting for your Freshpet to be delivered to their bowl. But how many different sounds can a cat make? Nope, Robbie, good guess. Not 12, not 8, not 25. I'll give you a hint. No, Katie Tyson, you fail again. I should clarify, we know Katie.
She's currently in the room.
She's currently in the room. Yes, I'm not making fun of someone that I don't know, I promise. All right, for our guessers, we're going to have to keep going up. Nope. Keep going. Robbie White, keep going.
They're talented.
Yes, the J family, 100. That is correct. The J family is our winner again. So that's 2 for you, J family. About 100 is correct, which is wild. Can you imagine all of the little noises that they can make? And by the way, who took the time to actually document that? That's pretty impressive. All right, we're going to move on. We've got a couple more questions, or a few more questions, before we get to our live Q&A. So while we're doing this, start thinking about your questions for the Q&A, because after we finish our trivia, we are going to be doing some Q&A. So if you do have some questions, whether they're diet related or just veterinary related, you can get those ready to send those in to us, and we'll be answering those for a few minutes after our live chat, or after our trivia. Okay. Next question. How old was the world's oldest dog? How old was the world's oldest dog? I can give you a little bit of a hint that the world's oldest dog was an Australian cattle dog, and he was born in 1939 in Australia, and he was a working dog. So he was born in 1939. He was an Australian cattle dog, and he was an actual working dog with sheep and cattle in Australia. So there's your hint for that. And I can say that it's definitely very unusual to see a dog that lived this long. Lori, close, getting close. The oldest one that I've ever seen personally was 21. That was when I was in veterinary school at LSU in Louisiana. Fitz-Tim, you got it, 29 years old. All right, so you're our winner again. All right, so we have a 29-year-old. That's correct. Fitz-Tim, correct. And I can't believe that, 29 years old. That's a really, really, really long time. All right, so anybody want to take a guess at how old the world's oldest cat was? World's oldest cat. Was born in 1967, the world's oldest cat, and the owner of this kitty actually owned the world's oldest cat before that. So she actually has had 2 of the world's oldest cats. They came from the same family, and a lot of people have asked this particular owner if it's because of the diet that she fed these cats. But after reading what she fed these cats, I do not think that it was due to the diet. I think she had some sort of crazy genetic flukes that happened here, because apparently the cat's diet included bacon, eggs, asparagus, broccoli, and coffee with heavy cream. Yeah, I mean, I don't even have coffee with heavy cream because I'm worried about my heart, much less my kitty's heart. So oldest cat, nope, we're taking guesses. Talented Canine Tanya, yes, your comments are showing up. We are getting warmer on the world's oldest cat, but we haven't gotten it there. Yes, Talented Canine Tanya, you got it. 38 years old. The world's oldest cat was Cream Puff. Cream Puff was born in 1967 and passed away in 2005. That is just wild to me. 1967. And she drank coffee with heavy cream. That gives me hope. I think I'm going to start adding heavy cream into my coffee. And maybe, I'm not going to eat bacon, but I'll have some more asparagus and broccoli. How about that? All right. Moving on to a couple of little celebrity questions here, our last 2 of our trivia questions. So, which celebrity named her cat after a Law and Order SVU character? And I will give you the hint that the cat's name is Olivia Benson. So, which celebrity named her cat Olivia Benson? And this celebrity is definitely an animal lover extraordinaire, and she has Katie Amos, yes, true, cream puff because of all the heavy cream. Very true. Yes, very true. So yeah, this celebrity is definitely a big animal lover. Her Instagram is full of her kitties. And they are actually really, really, truly adorable. If you guys have not checked out her Instagram with the kitty cats, you definitely should. She's been a little busy this year too, by the way. with her. She had a number themed album this year. Taylor Swift, Katie Amos, you are correct. Taylor Swift is our first one here. Yes, okay, so Katie Amos, you are our winner for Taylor Swift. That is correct. What are her other cats' names? Do you guys remember?
Meredith Grey.
Meredith Grey, that's right, from
Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy. Meredith Grey, yep. So she has absolutely adorable little kitties. One of them with a little squish face I love. All right, so our last trivia question. Our last trivia question is, this pup in the Freshpet Christmas video played the head elf. So which celebrity pup, Instagram celebrity pup, I would say, played the head elf in the latest Freshpet viral video? What is this puppy's name that played the head elf? We have some elves around here that are chasing tennis balls, by the way. Hey, Penny, come here.
Say hi.
Come say hi. Come here. You want to be on camera? Come on. Come here. Come see.
She gives the best hugs.
Here she is. Here's one of our elves. She has her tennis ball. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, one of our elves is here. She is. She's wearing a Freshpet bandana. This might be one of the gifts that we give away to you guys for answering the questions. Nope, not Jazzy. Waiting on our correct answer. What? Oh, my goodness, Penny. You're so sweet. Santa Paws. Nope, good guess. Katie Amos, you are correct. Marnie, again, you're correct. All right, so Katie Amos is our winner again with Marnie, the dog. And if you guys are not following Marnie, you should definitely follow Marnie. Hey, Penny, here you go. I have to throw a tennis ball.
Archie, come here.
Okay. All right, so now we are done. We are done with our trivia. So you guys are awesome, by the way. You guys had all the right answers. And all right, so we're going to do our live Q&A now. And I just want to say congrats to everybody who answered the questions correctly. This is how you're going to collect your prizes, okay? So email us at online@freshpet.com, okay? Write it down, type it in, whatever, online@freshpet.com to claim your prize. Make sure you say, hey, I won 3 questions or 1 question or whatever. And thank you to everybody that participated. And yes, Penny is a very cute little pup. She's a great little cavvy, and she has a lot of energy. She has been chasing the tennis ball here in the Freshpet offices for quite a while today. All right, so we have a few questions that we're going to start with that were sent in to us before we went live. So we've got 4 right now that we'll get to, but if you do have questions, feel free to write them right there in the live stream the box and send them in, and we'll try to get to them before we finish up today. So from Carol Long, L-O-N-G-E, my dog always has an upset stomach, and I'm not sure what it might be. Maybe she has allergies, but I'm not sure how to figure it all out. Okay, so my very first suggestion would be to, first and foremost, bring her into your veterinarian and, make sure that you are prepared to have, sorry, throwing tennis ball still. Take her into your veterinarian first and foremost. Have a full physical exam and bring in everything that you're feeding. Bring in, make sure that you, make sure you include any treats or any food that you're actually feeding, and start there. Bring in a stool sample so that they can test to make sure that there's no parasites or anything along those lines. And they may start with some blood work and maybe even an x-ray. But allergies, it's a possibility, yes. But it could be any number of things. It could be inflammatory bowel disease. It could be parasites. It could be a food intolerance rather than just an allergy. But make sure that you're talking with your veterinarian, and make sure also that you know everything that your dog is getting. If you're in a house with multiple people in the house, it could be that someone's feeding her this or that or the other. So get all of that information before you go in. But it shouldn't be, hopefully, that hard to figure out, but you're definitely going to have to work hard with your veterinarian to get all that done. Kathy P. is our next question. My dog is older, and he doesn't take too much interest eating anymore. What can I do to get him interested in eating again? Well, first thing I would do is talk with your veterinarian and make sure that you've got a full physical exam done, because if there's some sort of a metabolic issue that's causing him to have a decreased appetite, or even if his teeth may be hurting, as our pets get older, they can have dental disease, and if you're feeding them some sort of a crunchy diet that actually hurts when they chew it, then that could be a culprit as well. So like I said, make sure that you start with a full physical exam, maybe even some blood work, and make sure that there's not any issues that your pet is dealing with. And then it may be time for you to check out, shameless plug here, some diet like Freshpet. Because these diets that are real, natural, fresh foods, they're going to smell better, they're going to taste better, and they're going to be a lot more palatable than a lot of these dry kibbles that are out there on the market. So, like I said, first and foremost, start with your veterinary appointment, and after that, it may be time to evaluate your pet's food. Try something that's made natural and fresh, like Freshpet is, and you may actually have some success. So Mariella Mayer, we're bringing home a new puppy to the house next week, and curious how you think we can be super prepared. Mariella, it's just like having a baby, honey. There ain't no way to be super prepared for having a new puppy. I think, knowing the breed that you're going to be bringing home first and foremost is the biggest thing. Know the personality type that you're about to deal with, and depending on the age of your puppy, be prepared for a few months of maybe sleepless nights, maybe having some things chewed up. Life will be a little bit chaotic for the first few months. I can almost guarantee you. But obviously the obvious things, a bed, a crate, collar, leash, food bowls, all those sorts of things. But the other thing that I always tell people, and this maybe sounds a little crazy, but trust me, it works. They tell you when you have a baby and you're baby-proofing your house to get down on your hands and knees and see things from their point of view. Do the same thing with your puppy. Get down on your hands and knees and look at things from their point of view. Because when you are down there looking at things, you're going to start seeing these electrical cords, and you're going to start seeing little things that are hanging out from under, things in your house that you might not have seen from your vantage point. So make sure you do that. Puppy-proof your house, and keep the doors to your closets and your bedrooms closed if you like your shoes, because sometimes those shoes are quite tasty. So, and good luck. Like I said, be prepared for a little bit of chaos, but it's a heck of a lot of fun, that's for sure. Karen Grant writes, I love my cat, but she can be so lazy. Karen, she's a cat. Do you have any advice on how I can get her to be more active? Well, like I said, she's a cat, and they definitely sleep about 22 hours a day. That's kind of the norm for them. But encouraging them with fun little toys, getting the little dangly toys, things like that, having scratching posts, having things for them to climb on. Cats love to climb. Having things like that for them to do. Even some people say you can move their food bowls around. There are some cats that that's not going to work because they're too particular about where they eat. But getting them to go upstairs or downstairs or something along those lines, that can work. Laser pointers, that might work for some of your kitties as well. And it really depends on your cat. If your cat might do well on a leash, consider finding one of the very well-fitted harnesses and try taking them, just take them around the house first off and see if that's going to work. And then if it does, then maybe try taking them outside, taking them for an actual walk. Sometimes that works as well, just depending on your cat's personality and of course where you live. Another thing too is making sure that the reason that they're not inactive is because they don't have some sort of an issue going on, making sure they don't have arthritis or that they don't have some sort of a metabolic issue. So you're going to hear me say this with pretty much all these questions. Talk to your veterinarian and make sure that there's not something happening there that you need to address, and that's why she's being inactive. All right, we're going to get to a few of our live stream questions here. We have one from PS Jangle. My question is, my dog, a Sheltie mix, has been sneezing and wheezing a bit of late. He drools excessively for a small dog. He's about 30 pounds. Not sure what could be going on. The drooling has gotten worse with the sneezing and wheezing, and he sounds congested. He's about 10 years old. Well, my first thought with that would be some sort of a dental issue. And I know that that might sound a little bit strange with the sneezing and wheezing, but the drooling that goes along with it too. If you think about where dogs' teeth are, they sit, those upper teeth especially, sit very, very close to their sinuses. And if you do have some inflammation around those tooth roots, it can actually infiltrate into their sinuses and cause some inflammation in their sinuses. So that would be the first thing that I would think of. Also, the other thing could be that, that sometimes they do have allergies. I mean, obviously that could be a very obvious answer as well. The past few weeks, it's been getting cold around the country. People are turning on their heaters. There's a lot of dust in the vents and things. So something like that could be a possibility as well. But as I've said in a lot of these other ones, talk with your veterinarian, because my very first thing that I would want to do is, if I were seeing your pup, would be to take a look at those teeth. Make sure we don't have inflammation, going up into those sinuses. Make sure that there's not some sort of a foreign body, that your dog is chewed some grass and it's got a foreign body of grass in their nose. I've seen it far too many times. And then if it's not that, then potentially, trying some antihistamines or something along those lines may work as well. But I would make an appointment with your veterinarian and find out what is going on there. Katy Amos, we have a question coming in, a question about nutrition. I have a 4-month-old corgi who is a Freshpet pup, yay, but I'm wondering if I should give her any sort of supplements to make sure her bones develop as best as they can. A corgi, right? Okay. So, well, as they're growing, with foods like Freshpet are really good, high-quality foods. They're balanced, so they're complete and balanced. They have all the nutrients in there that your pet needs, especially for a growing puppy. So if you start throwing in a bunch of different types of supplements and vitamins and minerals and stuff, then you could potentially get yourself in a situation where they're out of balance. And that's the biggest thing with vitamins and all, is that they need to be balanced. So I probably wouldn't mess with anything with a 4-month-old. Now, if you have, a 12-year-old that's got terrible hips or something along those lines, then doing, supplementation in those situations, I have no issue with. If you've got a dog with terrible skin, then doing fish oil supplementation, I think, is a great idea too. But in a 4-month-old healthy puppy that's eating a great diet like Freshpet, that's nutritionally complete and balanced, I don't see really any reason why you need to start adding in vitamin supplements. Really the only thing that they need at this point is to be current on their vaccines and on their heartworm and flea and tick prevention, lots of exercise, some training. And for you, with a corgi, you're going to need a really good vacuum and some lint rollers, because that's going to help a lot with owning a corgi. All right, one more question I think that we have time for. So we have one from Camille. Why do dogs sneeze? Well, it really depends on if you're asking a regular sneeze or you're asking about the whole reverse sneeze thing. Regular sneezing, same thing for us. Any sort of irritation, upper respiratory tract irritation can do that. Some dogs actually will sneeze on purpose as well. They can do like the little nervous sneeze or the attention sneeze. So some dogs can definitely do that. And the reverse sneeze oftentimes is some irritation in the back of their nasopharynx. And that's almost kind of how we clear our throat in a way. That can cause some major irritation for them. So that's why a lot of them do the reverse sneeze thing. But again, most of the time it's just some sort of a local contact allergen thing that's causing some upper respiratory inflammation. We've got a few more questions coming in. Also from Camille, my dog is a Maltese, and every morning she keeps drooling, vomiting, and she keeps not eating. What can I do to make it stop and make it better? Okay, Camille, for that question, not eating, drooling, and vomiting, I would say, number one, you need to go to the veterinarian. That's nothing, especially if it's something that's chronic. You need to be having that checked out immediately. There's a whole laundry list of reasons why that could be happening. So first and foremost, I would make an appointment with your veterinarian and see what's going on there. We're going to move on to our next one. Are there any natural supplements for flea and tick treatments? I would like to find an alternative to the application ones. There are some natural supplements for flea and tick treatments, and that's definitely something you can look at I believe it's the, Malia, is it the Holistic Veterinary Medical Association? I forget the... Yeah, there's an organization called the Holistic Veterinary Medical Association of America or something like that. You can Google it and find that. They do have some recommendations on there for the all natural things. There's I forget even what they are, but there are definitely a few products out there. I can definitely tell you that if you're in an endemic area though, where fleas and ticks are really bad, then there's really nothing like the products that we've got on the market. The American Holistic Veterinary Medical Association, AHVMA. So I would look there for some of the all-natural suggestions. There are some others out there, though, as far as if you don't like the topicals. I kind of understand that. I have a lot of people that don't really like the topicals. There was a new one that came out this past year that is actually an oral flea and tick prevention, and it actually lasts for 3 months. So you could talk with your veterinarian about that so that you're not actually dealing with the topicals. I tried it on my own dogs in Virginia this year. It's called Bravecto, and it actually worked really, really nicely. I didn't see any fleas or ticks on my dogs this whole year. So there are some alternatives to the topicals, but like I said, I'm a believer in the products that we have because Lyme disease is way worse than oily streak on your dog's back. So. Do you know of anyone that works better as far as the flea and tick preventions? I think that what we're finding is that sometimes fleas and ticks can actually become not immune, but basically they can kind of like get accustomed to it. It's sort of like with antibiotic resistance. We see that forming with antibiotics that we've used for years and years and years. In some places. It can just be that they're overwhelmed, that your topical flea or tick prevention might just be overwhelmed. We have a dog on the table. Sorry, I got a little distracted. Yeah, the dog is on the table. Wandering around.
Aren't you good?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. You see why I was distracted, right? Tanya, yes, it's Bravecto. It's Bravecto. Bravecto. That's the oral one, and yeah, definitely the cats hate it. I understand that. Tanya says that her dog doesn't mind the topicals, but their cat does, and yeah, I totally get that. But your cat's probably not going to love the oral either. And the oral is actually, I think, only for dogs at this time. So there's really not a lot that you can do for the topical, other than topical for the cats. So I think that should hopefully answer that question. Anybody else? Do we have some more?
We could wrap up.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. The natives are getting restless here, our little puppy dogs. So I do think that we are going to go ahead and sign off. But thank you guys so much to everybody who tuned in. Make sure that if you want a prize, that you email online@freshpet.com, and you can find out more information about Freshpet and about me at freshpet.com. And again, thank you guys so much for joining us. If you had fun today, let us know. Maybe we'll do this all over again, okay? All right, bye everybody. Happy holidays. Goodbye.